اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد فيا عباد الله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Alhamdulillah, pada dimana rahmati Allah Subhanahu wa taala, pertama sekali kita memanjatkan kesyukuran kepada Allah dapat kita menyambung pengajian dalam kitab dalam menjawab ini kemusykilan ini agama. Mudah-mudahan Allah Subhanahu wa taala memberikan kepada kita taufik dan hidayah. We begin by praising Allah Subhanahu wa taala. May Allah bless in our lesson in answering questions that were posed or given to us. May Allah bless us and with the understanding in your deen and bless us and with guidance. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So inshallah we enter into our first question. Question is asking, Assalamualaikum Ustaz. Waalaikum Assalam. I have quite a dark past. In the past I committed zina in the month of Ramadan. I was young and my Islamic knowledge was really shallow then. I didn't know it was haram. Now I have better understanding. I cannot fast for 60 days as required due to personal reasons. What should I do? Please reply to my email. Before I answer this question pertaining to replying any of email, if you send your email to our website at Masjid Khalid, the Ask Ustaz TV website, we cannot reply to your email. We cannot reply to your email. So all any questions will be answered online. So I hope for those who are sending any questions, please take note. Going back into this question, and basically this person is asking that he has committed any zina in the month of Ramadan, and the fact that he doesn't know much about Islamic knowledge, and when he was young, he doesn't know that it was haram and to commit in the month of Ramadan. Now he has a better understanding. He cannot fast for 60 days. What should he or she do? So now the thing is, if a person commits sexual intercourse, whether it's halal and haram, even if husband and wife, for example, if they perform sexual intercourse in the day of Ramadan. So here we have to understand when it comes to kafara, the expiration, and as what you mentioned, 60 days, it is pertaining to a person who has sexual intercourse in the day of Ramadan, not in the night. And this apply to relationships that is based on marriage, or relationship that is in the form of zina. So if you are performing, you have done this act of zina in the day within the month of Ramadan, then you have firstly make tawbah to Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is wajib upon you to ask Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness, for you have done a serious sin. It is a big sin, zina. Make tawbah to Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala, ask Allah for forgiveness and with sincerity, and promise Allah that you will not go back to the sins again. Inshallah, Allah will forgive you. This is the first point which is important. Point number 2, it is compulsory upon you to make up for the fast. And if it occurred many years before, and you have not make up for the fast, and you have also to pay the fidya. So you have to take note, and you have to perform the qada, and also you have to pay the fidya for the day that you have not fasted, and it depends how many years that you have not performing the qada, so the fidya is multiplied. So you have to get a calculation and give out the fidya. This is point number 2. Point number 3 is pertaining to the expiration of sexual intercourse in the day of Ramadan. There are stages. Stage number 1, a person free the slave. Of course, nowadays we do not have any slave. So if a person doesn't have the capacity or cannot do it, then he goes into the next stage. So kafara in the expiation due to sexual intercourse in the Ramadan, and it is by sequence, and it is not based on choice, but it is based on sequence. And if you do not have the ability to perform the first one, then only you can perform the second one. So now in the situation of the first one, there is no slaves in this world that you can free them. Then you have to go back into the second step. Second step is to fast 2 months continuously. If a person has the capacity to do so, it is compulsory upon him to do so. If he does not have the ability to do so, then he can go to the third stage. That is to give food to 60 people, 60 people, and give food here. It doesn't mean what you call it, give a bag of rice. No, it's not. It is not like that. To give a full meal of normal person, of a normal the meal of a normal person. Like we are living in our country, for example, a normal person, the meal of a normal person, that is the meal you have to provide for 60 miskin, 60 poor people. So if you do not have the ability to fast for 60 days, then you give food for 60 people, meals. And here what we meant by food, it's not giving one bag of rice. That's what I mentioned. It's different than fidya. Fidya is one what you call it, one mod per day. It's about 700 grams of rice per day, or the price of that. But here when it comes to the expiration of fasting because of due to sexual intercourse, you have to give a full meal. To how many people? To 60 people. So for example, in Singapore, a full meal might cost $10. Wallahu alam. Might cost $10 nowadays. Prices are a bit expensive. So for simplicity, one person $10, for example, and 60 person is about $600. And if you do not have the ability to pay, then it becomes a loan upon you. It becomes a debt. It becomes a debt. So whenever you have the money, then you can pay slowly. So now we go on to the second question, insyaAllah. Assalamualaikum Ustaz, ada kemusykilan sikit. Time puasa saya kena swab test, puasa saya batal ke tidak? Ustaz boleh tolong jelaskan? Syukran. Waalaikumsalam. Sebelum ini saya jawab soalan ini. Soalan ini berkenaan dengan swab test. Satu orang dia sedang puasa dan dia swab test. Maka di sini pertama sekali saya ingin mengatakan, kalau kita ada kemampuan untuk kita menundakan swab test bukan pada waktu puasa, itu adalah yang paling afdal. Kita keluar daripada semua perbezaan ulama. Sebab dalam mazhab al-Imam Syafi'i, memasukkan sesuatu dalam rongga yang terbuka membatalkan puasa. Cuma dalam keadaan puasa, kalau sekiranya seorang itu tak dapat elakkan misalan, dan ini bukan pilihan kita swab test ini, dan seseorang itu dia perlu melakukan swab test pada puasa, maka tidak ada masalah. Kita boleh menggunakan pendapat dalam mazhab Hanafi ataupun dalam mazhab Maliki yang mengatakan sesuatu benda yang masuk ke dalam rongga yang terbuka, selagi mana ia tidak sampai kepada jauf, sebagai kepada perut, sebagai misal, maka ia tidak membatalkan puasa. Maka kita boleh mengambil pendapat ini untuk memudahkan orang menjalankan ibadat puasa mereka, dan supaya kita tidak menyusahkan, sebab ini menjadi masalah yang besar hari ini. Ramai orang Islam kita bekerja dan sebagainya, memerlukan swab test dan sebagainya. Maka ini adalah daripada kelonggaran ini. Tidak ada masalah kita mengambil pendapat daripada luar, daripada mazhab al-Imam Syafi'i. Akan tetapi seperti mana saya mengatakan, kalau kita ada pilihan, kita boleh pergi klinik pada waktu malam. Company kita sebagai misal, dia mengatakan kepada kita kena pergi swab test. Ada klinik misalan buat swab test pada waktu malam sebagai misal. Ada klinik 24 jam sebagai misal. Kita boleh pergi swab test misalan selepas solat tarawih sebagai misal. Maka itu lebih afdal. Itu lebih afdal. Jadi beramalkan fikir jemaah dirahmati Allah, kita harus faham kita cuba sedaya upaya untuk kita beramal sebaik-baiknya, kita keluar daripada segala khilaf. Sebab kita apa kita nak adalah insya-Allah Allah menerima amalan kita. Kita meletakkan usaha bukan kita mengentingkan hukum ahkam. Kita boleh pilih apa saja kita nak mengikut kepada hawa nafsu kita. Ini bukan cara kita mengamalkan hukum fikih. Sekarang keadaan masyarakat kita di Singapura takut jadi macam menjadi talfiq. Kita nak pilih apa saja yang sesuai dengan hawa nafsu kita. Jadi agama ikut kepada hawa nafsu kita, bukan kita hawa nafsu kita ikut kepada agama. Jadi ini perkara yang sangat penting, dan kita harus berwaspada dan berjaga-jaga dalam kita beramal. Sebab ditakuti kalau kita tidak berjaga-jaga dan kita berwaspada, banyak amalan kita boleh menjadi tidak sah dan batal. Sebab mengikut pendapat ulama tidak boleh bersembarangan. Dia mesti ada keadaan, dan ini yang mengetahuinya adalah orang yang pakar dalam ilmu fikih dan sebagainya. Jadi mudah-mudahan Allah Subhanahu wa taala memberikan kepada kita taufik. This is a question a person is asking about taking any swab test doing any fasting. Pertaining to swab test, if you have the option to perform the swab test other than the time of fast, that is the best. because we have differences amongst the scholars and amongst the schools and have taught in jurisprudence. In the madhab of Imam Shafi'i, the fasting becomes invalidated due to the fact that something enters into the body's cavity. But of course, we have opinions within the Hanafi madhab, the Maliki madhab, that says that it does not invalidate the fasting unless it enters into the stomach. And for example, in this situation, there is no harm for us to take the opinion of the madhab of Imam Abu Hanifa or madhab Imam Malik, if there is a need to. But of course, if you have the choice, as what I mentioned, to take the swab test at night, that is the best. The best is that we go out of all differences amongst the scholars, so that we are able to perform our fasting to the best. And this is one of the important principles in fiqh. Al-khuruju min al-khilaf in mustahab, to go out of differences amongst the scholars is recommended, so that inshallah ta'ala your fasting is valid based on certainty. And this is important, whether we are speaking about prayers, whether we are speaking about fasting, whether we are speaking about zakah, whether we are speaking about whatever things. It is better for us to take the opinion that where there is an opinion, there is no differences amongst the scholars. And this is important because today we are living in a time where there is a lot of people doing fatwa shopping, and this is a problem. This is one of the crises of knowledge in our time. Now people they do not have this importance of following the respected ulama and the opinions of the scholars, and the people who put forth evidences on the best option and the best the prevailing judgment within madhab and so on and so forth. And because people are confused and people are flooded with information from the internet and so on and so forth, and to such an extent that you choose what suits your nafs. So religion, we cannot make our nafs as our religion. We have to make our nafs follow the religion, and we have to stamp on our nafs, not our nafs get over us, and for us to pick and choose whatever that suits us. This is what is happening sadly in our situation currently in our community here. So it is important for us to be careful and follow guidance from our ulama who have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are speaking about the real ulama. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with taufiq. Soalan seterusnya menanyakan, Assalamualaikum Ustaz. Waalaikumsalam. I would like to ask a question regards to being amanah during working hours. Someone works from home, and in the contract it was stated that the number of hours to fulfill weekly, though he attempted to cover his time and always conscious and vigilant of the importance of amanah, but still is always hours to be covered. Could he donate any sum of money to cleanse his salary gain? Thank you, Ustaz. This is pertaining to amanah, that a person has a contract with a company, that he has to fulfill a certain number of hours, and he found out that he has not fulfilled any certain hours. So can he make sadaqah, donate a sum of money for the hours that he does not cover? You see, what is important here is you have a contract with the company. So if you do not fulfill any of the agreements between you and the company, you have to seek their approval. You cannot what you call it, give any sadaqah, give any what you call it, charity for the intention that you do not fulfill your obligations to the company that you are working. So what you have to do, since you have the agreement with the company, you have to solve the problem with the company that you are working, because they are the one who are paying you. So you have to clarify with them and tell them that what happened and so on and so forth, because they are paying you for the hours that you are not working. Correct or not? If the company says that okay, as long as you have done the job, there's no issue, we can give you like a bonus or something. Some companies they are like that, because at the end of the day, what is important is that you perform the job. There are people for example who can do a particular job and he needs 8 hours to perform the job. There are people who can do 5 hours. There are people who can do 5 hours. So it depends on your boss, it depends on your company, what is their principle. What is their principle? And if their principle is that as long as you do a good job, we don't mind, then it's okay. But you have to clarify with them, say that this is what happened and so on, I can finish the job and so on and so on. Is it okay for me to do this and do this? Then inshallah ta'ala what you call it, you can any solve any your issue, but you cannot any just any give sadaqah any for the sake any of taking hours any from someone any who is paying you any for your work, and you have not any perform any that obligation, and that is not any permissible. I would like to ask you a question regarding salat. Let's say I'm doing Zohor and it passes into Asar. Due to performing Zohor near to 4:10 p.m. after salat, do I perform Asar again, or is it that salat considered Asar and I pay back Zohor? Your reply is really appreciated, and thank you. This is any pertaining any to performance any of salat. A person any saying that he or she is performing the Zohor prayers, and then while performing the Zohor prayers, the azan of Asar comes in, the time of Asar comes. So after he finish any the prayers, does he has any to pray the Asar prayers any again, or is that salat any considered to be Asar and I pay back Zohor? So I hope we understand the question. I understood in the question. Basically, this person is asking that he is praying Zohor prayers. He is praying Zohor prayers, but the fact that he is praying Zohor prayers at the end of the time of Zohor prayers. So while he is in the Zohor prayers, the time of Asar comes in. So what should he do? He should continue or not continue? He should continue the prayers. Okay, these prayers, is it considered to be Zohor or Asar? Of course, it's considered to be Zohor and Asar, because you pray with the intention of Zohor prayers. So it is always Zohor prayers. So you have performed any your Zohor prayers, whether it is adaan or qadaan, it depends. And if you get one full raka'ah within the time of Zohor, then you get any the prayer. But if you do not get one full raka'ah, then it's considered to be qadaan, make up prayer. But it is still Zohor prayers. So you need to perform your Asar prayers, because you have not any perform your Asar prayers. So there is no need any for you to pay back your Zohor prayers. Any what you need to do any is only to perform any your Asar prayers. Wallahu alam bisawab. Inshallah, we stop here for today. May Allah bless us with tawfiq and hidayah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Taqabbalallahu.